Okay, and finally, the last part of 2.3. Same thing, we want to find the focus of this graph. This function is our vertex form, right? We can find the vertex just by looking at that graph. We can say, okay, this right here moves it left 1, and this right here moves it down 3. So I'm going to go left 1 and down 3. There's my vertex of this graph. You guys know how to do that. Okay, there's my vertex. Now, I have to find P, so I can find the focus. So I have to find P. I'm going to take this number in front, -2, and I'm going to set that equal to 1 over 4P. Okay, I'm going to multiply by 4P on both sides, so I get -8P is equal to 1. Right, because if I multiply by 4P on both sides, right, it cancels out. Okay, and then I'm going to divide by -8. So P is equal to -1 over 8. So from my vertex, I'm going to go down 1/8. So my vertex is like right below there. That's where my focus is. Okay, -1/8. My directrix is right above that. Right, and it's that horizontal line, and my line's a little off. Okay, but it is 1/8 above that vertex. Multiply by 2 on both sides, you get that other point. So tight graph goes down something like that. Okay, but that is how you find the focus. So if I ask what coordinate is that focus at, we're at -1, 3 for our vertex, or -1, -3. That's our vertex. Our focus would be at -1, -3, and 1/8. That would be where our focus is at. So when we get something in vertex form, that's the good stuff. We know how to do that. Here we go. Write the equation of the parabola shown. Now, what I want you guys to focus on is this a parabola we like, meaning it opens up or down, or is it the one we're not really used to, opening up sideways? This first one is definitely up and down. We know what that looks like. We know that's y equals x squared. Okay, now, they give us the vertex right at 0, 0. And we know the focus is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away. So we know P is equal to 5. In our equation, y equals 14P x squared, we're just going to plug in 5 for P. Y equals 1 over 4 times 5 x squared. And we get y equals 1 over 20 x squared. Now, I'm okay if you leave your answer like this. I'm also okay if you multiply by 20 on both sides and you get 20y equals x squared. Both answers are correct. One has a fraction, one doesn't. Both answers are correct. Number 7. Number 7. I want you to think, what type of graph is this? Well, this is, not y equals, this is x equals. X equals y squared. Okay, so it's opening up to the right. They give you the directrix. So we know the vertex is at 0, 0. And the directrix is at -7 over 12. So P is equal to -7 over 12. So that's how far away from the vertex it is. Do the exact same process. X equals 1 over 4P y squared. And plug in P. X equals 1 over 4 times negative 7 over 12 y squared. X equals 1 over negative 28 over 12 y squared. Okay, now, to simplify, 1 over negative 28 over 12, we're going to multiply by that reciprocal on both top and bottom. So when I multiply it on bottom, it cancels out. It becomes 1 underneath, which is what we wanted. We also have to multiply that on top. And we get 12 over, well, negative 12 over 28. Simplify that. We get, can we take a 2 out? We get 6 over 14. Can we take 4 out? Yeah, we get negative 3 over 7. Okay, so a lot of work goes into that when we get a fraction. But x equals negative 3 over 7 y squared. Okay, again, I'm good with this answer. I'm also okay if you want to multiply by 7 on both sides to get rid of that fraction. We get 7x equals negative 3 y squared. Okay, that's probably the better answer. It's probably the better answer. Which one is that? Gotcha. Okay. The book has these answers in y squared equals or x squared equals right here or right here. So our last answer is right there. They wrote it a little differently. Okay. I think all 3 forms should be okay. They're all right. Last one. Last one right here. I'm going to skip number 9. So just number 8 left. What type of graph are we dealing with? We're dealing with the y equals negative x squared graph. Okay? Let's do this one a little quicker. We know that p is 3/5. So we know that y equals 1 over 4 times 3 over 5 x squared. Okay? Or y equals 1 over 12 over 5 x squared. I'm going to deal with that fraction off to the side. And multiply by the reciprocal on top and bottom. We get 5 over 12. So y equals 5 over 12 x squared. Okay, now the book wants to solve for x squared. They just want to get x squared by itself. So they say 12 over 5y equals x squared. Right? 12 over negative 12. Sorry. Why would it be negative? Hold on, sorry. I almost made a big mistake. I forgot to bring the negative down. This is a negative graph. Negative. Okay, so we should be saying negative 5 over 12 x squared. And the book wants to solve for x squared, so they get negative 12 over 5y equals x squared. Don't know why they like solving for the squared. We never really use that. Okay, so I'm okay if you just leave the answer like this. And if you want to get rid of the fraction, multiply by 12 on both sides. 12y equals negative 5x squared. Yeah, I'm okay with either answer. Alright? That is all. That is it for chapter 2.0.